Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's budget video where I'll be budgeting my estimated monthly budget for April 2021. But before I get into it, as always, I want to give a big thank you to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for joining me here again. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to see you follow me on my journey by subscribing down below and also hitting the notification bell so that you know when I upload again. All right, let's get into this budget. So here we are. I've opened up to my April tab, and I did want to briefly talk about my budget printables that are available on my Etsy shop. I've had a few people ask about classic size, and I did find out there was a comment left about how you can scale a letter size printable down, and I figured that you could trim it down into a classic size. So that's what I did. All my printables are sized for letter, but what I did in my printer settings was scale it down to, I think it was 82%, and then I just trimmed off the excess and I punched it. I have a big punch which also has marks for classic, which the sides did line up for, and it punched exactly to the 9 discs for classic size. So that is for all you classic planner people. And I'm going to show you guys all of the pages. Some of the pages I have duplicates of in here because I had to print this twice. In my printer settings, I do have to hit, even on letter size, I have to hit fit to page because there's a couple little things that get cropped at the bottom. So like here you can see it got a little cropped, so when I hit fit to page it's in. But I added transaction log page to my printable, and I fixed the spelling error that I had that no one pointed out to me. I had it like save savangs, and I feel so bad. But I went and updated my my listings for March, so they have the corrected spelling in there. And then I also changed my sinking funds and cash envelopes tracker. I took away the paycheck 1, 2, and 3 columns and just changed it to deposits and withdrawals because everyone's budget's a little bit different, so this way it's a little bit more generic. But everything else was pretty much left the same, and I went with a nice little lavender. So I am going to be setting up my monthly calendar on this double page spread here. And spring is in the air, so I am gonna go with, I have the pastel mega book here, and it's got these really pretty florals, pastel florals, that I'm just going to decorate with really quick. Alright, so I think that's enough for deco on that calendar. I do want to add my 2 paydays that I will be using in the month. So this is going to be a 2 paycheck month for me again, just like March. I do get paid bi-weekly, so sometimes it does fall that I have 3 in a month, but I'm going to have a payday here. And I'm also going to have a payday here on the 14th. So that when I get paid on the 28th, that will be part of May's budget. And I'm going to break out my Skinny Mini budget planner. So this is actually what I travel with. And this is actually what I do all of my budgeting in when I'm on the go, because this is kind of a pain in the butt to take with me. My whole book is so big. So I've already written down all my fixed expenses for April, and we're going to go ahead and add them onto the calendar. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fixed expenses, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 purple. And I guess I'll just do, this is kind of in between, this is like indigo. So I have something due on the 1st, which is my birthday. Yay! Paying bills on my birthday. And then the 10th. And then the 13th. And then I have a bill on the 15th, the 26th, and then my rent is due on the 30th, but I am just going to pay it within the month. So I'm just going to put it on the 27th, like that. So I've just gone and filled in all of my fixed expenses with the estimated amounts. So Spotify, Sprint, my tuition, car insurance, rent, and Adobe Creative Cloud. So monthly calendar is now all set. And next is the dashboard, which I don't do on camera because I include like YouTube statistics and stuff that I don't really want to share. So I'm going to leave that for now. Next is sinking funds and cash envelopes. And when I redid this page, I made more room because I know some people have more envelopes and everything than I do. And I've actually been adding more sinking funds, so I do need more room now. So my sinking funds, I have car maintenance. I have a home category for like furniture and stuff that I might need. And then I'm saving for a new iPad. And then I have medical fund for medical and dental. And then I have a phone fund for a new cell phone. I have a personal savings for things like beauty and clothing. And then I have vet for my cat. And I also have a car registration, which is going to be due at the end of this month. So I should actually probably add that to my calendar, even though it's not a fixed expense. They usually have you do it by the 20th of the month, so. And it should be about 200. All right, so we go on and added that in. And then for my cash envelopes, I have allowance, gas, grocery, eating out, laundry, and pet. So those are my variable cash envelopes. So that's all I'm going to do for the setup on that. And then transaction log, I won't be setting up. The monthly budget is what we're all really here for, aren't we? So on the budget sheets, I did add a little notes section. So I condensed the income charts and added a little notes in case you wanted to keep track of like debt snowball progress and things. So April's looking to be a really nice month with the stimulus that'll be coming in. So for income, we are going to get the stimulus check, which is $1,400. And then I'll also have income from work coming in. And I think I'm going to anticipate about $2,400. So $1,200 per paycheck. And I'm also obviously have my car registration due. So we're going to take that sinking fund in. And that was $200. So 14 plus 24 is 38 plus 2. So a $4,000 estimated income, which will carry first over to my fixed expenses. So again, I have them over here. Let me go ahead and write them in. So let's go ahead and total these up and see how much we need for the month for fixed expenses. $1,397. So that leaves $2,603. So next step in my monthly budget is to figure out my variable expenses, which includes my cash envelopes and maybe any other miscellaneous variable expenses that I might pay like out of my checking account. I do know I need to top up my Easy Pass, which is my toll transponder. And I don't have an envelope for this, so I'll just put an asterisk, and I'm gonna budget $40 for that. And then for my envelopes, for allowance, I'm gonna do 80, and then gas, I'm gonna do 100, grocery, I'm gonna do 200, eating out, I'll put 100, laundry, I'll do 40, and pet, I'll do 80. So let's go ahead and add these up. So we have a total of $640 for variable expenses, and we started with $26.03. So that means we have $19.63 to carry over into sinking funds. So there's all my sinking funds that I mentioned earlier, and I think I'm just going to take the easy route and just stuff 100 in all of them. So that should be 700 because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1963 minus 700 would be 1263. So we're going to take this 1263 next into my extra debt payments, and I finished off my last credit card payment in March, which was super exciting. So now I only have my student loans left, and I do follow the snowball method. So that's how I'll be taking out my student loans from the smallest amount on the balance to the largest amount. So my smallest student loan balance is my Nelnet E, and to pay it off completely, it's going to be $636. So I'm just going to take it out this month in April, and we have 1263 minus 636. I can't do that in my head for some reason. It's just certain numbers that always trip me up. So we are left with 627, and that I'm just going to stuff into my emergency fund. Oh no, I smudged it. I've just been really like bulking up on my emergency fund. Can never really go wrong with that, honestly. So anything I can do to just kind of bulk that up right now is kind of a secondary priority for me. So I think overall for a monthly budget, that looks really good and really well-rounded to me. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'd also love to see you comment down below and let me know, what are you doing with your stimulus check if you've already received it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so to continue to follow me on my journey, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.